First of all, I think the sort of like first question, who are you and what you do at your current position?
So my name's Jamie and I'm currently a finance apprentice at Cummins and I work in the accounts receivable department doing credit collections, so just working with customers, making sure the payments come in on time, searching for remittances, making sure the payments are applied correctly, and working with other parts of the business as well just to resolve any queries or issues that anyone has.
Was an apprenticeship always on the cards for you, or was it like, no, I know exactly what I want to do, or was it a matter of accidentally finding your way?
Yeah, I did definitely consider all options because I went to sixth form and I think universities definitely promoted more than apprenticeships, or in my experience it was, and a lot of my friends were going to uni as well, so although in the back of my mind apprenticeship was definitely the best route for me to get the experience and I was ready for a bit of different workplace environment, but also knowing that all your friends are doing something different, you think, oh, is it definitely the right thing to do? But having done it, I'm really glad that I took this route. So
Credit management is a bit of a weird one, really. So was that ever something you'd heard of previously, or was that completely new to you as well?
no, it's not something that I knew prior to searching for apprenticeships, so I'd always had an interest in like the financial area, but when I was looking and searching for an apprenticeship after I left sixth form, I just saw the job advert come up and I did apply for it, and during the interview obviously I asked questions about the day-to-day responsibilities, what I'd be learning on the course, and I was quite impressed actually the range of things that you learn, and it sounded really interesting, so it's something I wanted to pursue. Yeah, I think everyone's really supportive. You've got a really good support chain with like my manager, my supervisor, and then my tutors at CICM. I think everyone works really well together, and I'm quite lucky that my manager does keep me motivated. I've got 2 afternoons a week which are set out to do my work, so that's a good way to stick to doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And they always give me the opportunity to implement any new learning that I've had from the course, and that's quite pushed by the tutors as well, to write about your examples of where you've shown things, so it helps me develop in the job and like consolidate my knowledge at the same time. So I actually done the level 2 to begin with when I first started my role, so I completed that and then I moved on to this one. It'll be probably almost a year now, to be honest, since I started my level 3, and I've done 2 units so far. I've done the credit management unit and the business environment unit, so I'm about halfway through the different classes that you get, and I found it really interesting so far. I would say one thing that I did find a bit of a challenge to begin with on the credit management course, it's such a wide scope of learning that you do. I don't cover everything in my role, so there was a few areas that I didn't have any experience with, and you've got to write about those like obviously in your homework, and it just helps you consolidate the knowledge, having experience in the real life workplace. So it was a challenge at first, but it definitely pushed me and helped me because I contacted the right department in our business and everyone was really helpful. I set up calls with them, and it's a good networking opportunity, and obviously did help me out with my learning and then my exams as well. I definitely didn't realise how much there would be to learn, and even if I wasn't doing the apprenticeship and I just say got a job in the department that I'm in now, I don't think I would have realised quite as much as I know about how much different departments do, and I obviously wouldn't have been pushed to speak to them as much, so it's been really helpful actually. It's been really interesting on the lessons just to get that perspective of other learners as well, because I think it's interesting to see what kind of businesses they're in, and we all came from different backgrounds and have different experiences, so I found it really engaging having those lessons and talking to the other learners. It's been really good. It is, and I think the lessons as well have given me a really good understanding of actually how important the job is, not just doing these tasks day to day just for our department. It really does show how much it impacts the business, so that was really interesting. Yeah, I would definitely recommend people looking a bit more into it, because on the surface you don't see how much there is to it and how much you can progress in the area. There's different roles within it, and it's not something that I knew before I joined the apprenticeship scheme, so I'd say definitely look into it because it applies to a lot of different people. I think they have the mathematical side of like analysis of past dues, for example, but also a huge part of my role is speaking with customers and internal customers as well, so you get that communication side of things, which I really enjoy, so it is a mixture of everything, I think.
But where do you see yourself in 5 years' time, or where do you want to be?
Yeah, it's quite a common question, and it is one that I've always struggled with, to be honest. I think I'm really happy with the area that I'm in at the minute, and I definitely, as long as I keep progressing and learning on the job, I find that really important, but it's hard to say exactly where I want to be in 5 years. I'm still learning about the area and the different roles within it, so I just want to see what opportunities come up, to be honest.